Big bad bracelet show because we've got tons of gorgeous show-stopping bracelets. Be back in a moment. Oh, hello. I'm just putting our jewelries back. We like to show you all of it right there in the get-go so you have an idea of what's on display today. Let's see, there we are. So Shep got us these little table numbers that we're trying out today, hoping that we can make it a little bit easier on everyone knowing which piece of jewelry belongs to which number. So we're eager to see what you guys think about them, if you like them, if you don't like them. They are very bold and in your face, but we are taking some feedback on that, on whether it's helpful for you or not.
Yes.
Are Rita's with us?
Is Rita here?
Rita,
where's our first Rita's? Let's see, will someone beat out Rita today?
Ooh.
I think I'm always the first one, actually, because I'm always the one saying welcome on the chat. So sorry, Rita's, but it's me, actually. Oh, got beat.
Oh my goodness, hello Pam! Usually it's Rita who says hi first, but I hope she's okay. We've come to depend on our Ritas being there every time, but we got Pam today. And a Robin.
Robin on YouTube.
And a Tina.
Stanley. Hello, sweet Tina.
I love seeing all you guys.
Anke, as usual. Hello.
It's nice getting to know everybody virtually, our little family of watchers. So we have these numbers here. I was just talking about them. I don't know if you guys heard me or not, but we're deciding on whether or not these are the way we want to go from now on. And we're taking feedback on it, on whether you like them or if they're distracting or what. So we'll check in about that later today. We've got lots of beautiful, big, bold bracelets, some gorgeous necklaces, and a couple of rings. Really, really fun stuff. We call this our grab bag show because I don't know what's going to be on air until about 30 minutes before the show. I go upstairs and Christina hands me a box and I open the box and I go, ah! It's beautiful! Ah! I really, really like this one.
Oh yeah.
That one's really pretty.
I'm excited. I think with these numbers we might run into people trying to claim stuff beforehand, but I say we still stick to whatever thing is on the screen.
We're going to go in order. Please
is what we'll do.
Plan out what you want, but refrain from trying to claim things before we have gotten to them. It just makes it a little bit more complicated for us, and it's only me and Marco down here today, so we're trying not to go too crazy.
Yeah, I heard Eddie's show was a big hit.
It was.
Yeah.
Yep. And this week we've got Rick Monte.
Oh, Rick's
on Saturday. Yep. And then the following Saturday, I believe we have Alvin Monte, his cousin.
I think Rick Monte is the one with the great hat.
Yes.
I'm excited for you to meet him.
I'm not going to meet him. Chef's going to be here.
Ah.
I've been doing a lot of Saturdays, so it's his turn to do a Saturday. I'm going to go home and snuggle my baby.
The sweet touch about.
The sweet touch about.
She got her first piece of jewelry from Devin on our farmer's market last week.
She's off and running. She's going to inherit good taste.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's cute. She learned how to bounce today in her little bouncer, and she's just like a maniac in it. She's just going crazy. She's like, freedom!
That is my favorite, like, baby toddler, like, thing that people get is just, like, the bouncy thing with wheels. I think it's just so adorable.
It is. It's pretty darn cute. The dogs don't quite know what to make of it. All right. We're going to start off with number 1. A beautiful ring. This looks like an Eddie Sakitero. I didn't check beforehand. Yep, it sure is. I really like that chunk of turquoise that's in it. I believe this is one maybe that we had in our show on Saturday. It looks kind of familiar.
Oh,
and I know he had I believe it was Tyrone turquoise and Mexican turquoise, but they were real similar. So I don't want to misspeak and tell you the wrong turquoise.
Tad out of focus, if you want to just focus up the camera right on that center. There we go. Now I can see that lovely.
Awesome. This is a size 7. It fits about like that. Gosh, that stone is so pretty. Look at it. Just look at it.
Oh yeah. I love Eddie's work.
It's on
And
sale today
sold.
for $2.80, and it's already flown off the display shelf. Congratulations, Robin. You know what, Marco? If you just keep a list of the numbers, I'll just set the jewelry aside, so I don't have to keep walking around and disappearing.
So for those of you that are new, I just put in how to purchase a piece, but if you want to give some explanation on that.
I always forget to do that on top of the show, and thank you for reminding me. So, if you're new to us, welcome, first and foremost. Thank you. We are T.Skies. We're located here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, where our gallery and our workshop is. And we love to bring you handcrafted Southwestern jewelry. It's often Native American, but not always. And if you see something in the show that you want, all you have to do is type sold and the item number. We're going to try and go in order, though, of how it's displayed. Please don't jump ahead. But in order to invoice you for it, all we need is your email address, which you can get to us by emailing us at hello@tskies.com or messaging us on Facebook, or just giving us a call, and one of our family team members upstairs will answer and take care of you. The number is 505-862-9443. And if you're in Albuquerque or New Mexico local, come visit us.
Yes. And if you are local, just please specify if you want to be picking up your piece or if you want us to ship it out to you.
Yes, exactly. If you're local, you can always come in and pick up your piece instead of having it shipped. And when you do that, you get to see what's upstairs, which are display cases full of stuff just like this. It's gorgeous.
And Shep might even give you a tour of the studio.
Yeah, Shep loves to give tours of the video. So if you're local, come on down. If you have any questions about how anything works during the show, just pop your questions in there. I'm watching right up there so I can keep track of what's going on and what everyone's saying. So I think I covered everything. Oh, we also have a layaway program, and that is applicable to any purchase. So that can be one or two or several pieces of jewelry. As long as it's over $250, it qualifies. And through us, you pay a quarter payment up front, and then you have 3 more payments, and then the piece gets shipped off to you. Or you can choose to go through a third party called Klarna, and you set up payment arrangements through them, third party, and we send you your piece of jewelry right away. So no delay on that. All right.
And to answer Laura's question, I got to talk to Laura on the phone today, and I think Shep took care of it. I will ask him after the show, but I believe we got you all figured out.
Cool. All right. Shall we hop back into it?
Yeah.
Did I cover everything?
Let's see number 2 now.
Ooh, this is another Eddie ring. Eddie Sakitero is a Navajo silversmith living in Tohachili, which is about 20 minutes west of us. It's part of the Navajo Nation.
What's the size on this one?
He has been making jewelry since he was a kiddo. This is a size 8. He told me that I think it was a stereo that he wanted, and his dad said, if you want that stereo, then you need to make your own money. Showed him how to make jewelry one time, and then he was off to the races.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I forgot, this Saturday was really your first chance to get to talk to him and, learn about him.
Yeah, it was fun.
He's a cool dude. Very, very chill.
He is. He's really cool. Really a pleasure to be around. That's good energy, and all that good energy goes into his jewelry. It always feels so good when I put it on. And the fit and the form of everything is really nice, too. Everything fits on the finger well. It's comfortable to wear. I love the 3-shank split band on this. It's a pretty little flare on the side. And then this stone is gorgeous. I think this might be Kingman. I know he had some Kingman in the show.
Turquoise.
I like this, wearing this black dress. It makes it look like I've got a backdrop.
Right? Yeah, it's either white. Whenever you wear white or black, the backdrop is perfect.
I'll have to keep that in mind when I go shopping for show clothes. So this is a size 8. The sale price is $280. If you love it and you can't live without it, just type sold number 2.
Great stuff.
Great chunk of turquoise.
Oh, yeah. I think we all love Eddie's work up here.
Yeah, he's the man. I told him. I think I embarrassed him. I was like, you're kind of the man around here. He giggled.
Wow. Is today just an Eddie show or what?
This is another Eddie. This is also Kingman. So this is number 3. This little guy. Let's see if I can balance it there because I want this to be in focus.
let's see. If you put the number right, like how, right
here?
in the, or like in the where it's overarching the center of the cuff.
Oh, like right here?
Yeah.
Well, that would make sense, huh? Get you all smart back there. Number 3. The sale price on this baby is $340. This is Kingman Turquoise. The size, I believe his sizes were size 6. I'm going to give this another measurement just to be safe. I believe it is a size 6 though.
You got some nice bead shot on it. It's gorgeous.
And that wire
Mm-hmm.
there in the middle, that little flare. Alright, bear with me as I measure her.
Oh, is Eddie in the... Oh, someone was saying hi, Eddie. But I don't think Eddie's in the chat today. I hope so. I hope he is.
5. Yep, it's a 6. Size 6. And yes, Alvin Monty will be back on the beginning of May. Look at our emails. We always send out a show schedule for the week. And we also have things scheduled on Facebook so you can see what's coming up.
And is there a way people can subscribe to those show emails? Because this is the first time hearing of it, but that's awesome.
Yeah, I believe through our website we have a page about live shows on our website at tskies.com. Maybe if you have a chance you can double check that.
Link for it.
I actually don't know. I just know that I get the emails.
Yeah. I know that I just get like the ad emails.
Eddie, if you're out there, Eddie, they say you are. This is a beautiful, beautiful piece, and I believe it is the Kingman Turquoise, but if I'm wrong, please hop on and correct me. I love, love, love the sky blue color of Kingman Turquoise. So ordinarily this would retail for $425, but we like to honor everybody with a 20% discount just for coming on and hanging out with us. You really are the highlight of our week, getting to be here and chat with you and get to know you, and we see familiar faces every time, and we just love that. So the prices that go up on the screen are the 20% off sale price. Those prices are good for 24 hours, so if you're watching the show after the live has finished and it's only been 24 hours, we still honor that sale price.
Mm-hmm.
This is not an Eddie Sakitero.
It's a little different. Where's the
That
measure
stone
piece?
is great.
Wow.
This is item number 4. I will measure it, but let me see who made it. Adam Fierro.
Oh,
It's another one of our T.Skies homies. I haven't met him yet, but I've heard about him.
Yeah, I think we had him on recently.
Adam Fierro. Okay, this is a size... This is also a size 6. This is a size 6. This and the last bracelet can both be opened up or closed in a little bit if you need them to be. This is a really big, really great piece of turquoise. The size alone is breathtaking. It's 1.5 inches. The sale price is $480. That's how it looks on. I love how
Love that
bold it
piece.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I'm really into like very tall stones or stones that are just like as flat as the bezel.
yeah, look how tall that is.
Oh my goodness.
When you say you're rocking your turquoise, you're really rocking it with this one.
Really
Turquoise
rocking
Tuesday, everybody!
Mm-hmm.
That's what we should have called this. Turquoise Tuesday. Big bad bracelets.
Big bad bracelets.
So again, this is a size 6, an Adam Fierro design. Going on sale for $480. Give you another look-see at that turquoise.
Yeah, there's like a little bit of green in it. A lot of motherstone. Very good.
There's some kind of a green, like a brownish green right up there.
Yeah. It's like a weird transition right into it. It's very. It's not quite like gosh, why am I blanking on this Nevada turquoise?
Kingman?
No, there's usually like a green turquoise. Gosh. Well, all right, it'll come to me at some point.
Brenda Hall, this stone really is, it's even more beautiful in person. And look how much it comes up off of the bezel.
Yeah, it's an 1.5 inch
It is
shoot.
very bold. Very bold. All right, let's move on to number 5. This is the only piece of its kind in the show. It's very, very interesting and absolutely gorgeous inlay.
Royston. Thank you. That's the one. Thanks, Claire.
Holy look at this. It's like 3-dimensional.
Oh, yeah.
Do you just, I'm going to hold it here. Just take it all in. That almost feels like a crescent moon design up there.
Oh my gosh, I see that with the mother of pearl.
Somebody just had fun making this. You can just tell.
Yeah, this is
And I love the back on it.
Is there any carving on the back?
There is not. There is not. I would suspect this is a Santo Domingo design, but I can't say for sure. I'm not sure who the artist is on it. I just know it's gorgeous. And I'm sure Shep knows if somebody was really curious.
Might be someone from the Corrice family.
It has that vibe for sure. The Corrice family is very well known for their inlay work. And they're from Kiowa Pueblo, which is also known as Santo Domingo. $280? Is that really the price?
Number 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. That's a steal for all that
looking
work.
at like the profile of that and just like that 3-dimensional little.
Yes, I love that. I've never seen anything like it.
It also reminds me of like a pregnant belly. Like.
Oh, I
that's
love
what
that.
See right there.
I see a dragonfly in it.
Oh, I do too. With the little tail, the yellow tail. Or are you seeing 2 different dragonflies?
Yeah. No, yeah. I love the idea of it being pregnant. It's 2.5 inches. What number 2 match? What does it say?
The
To
color
Tyrone?
to Tyrone turquoise.
The Tyrone Pam was a little bit. It was more this shape, but as a rule of thumb, all turquoise looks good together.
Mm-hmm.
So it would look kind of like that together. I believe that if it's good turquoise, it doesn't matter the shade exactly. I mean, look how amazing all of these things look together, and they aren't exactly the same tone. Gorgeous. So this is 5, going for $280, which is a darn steal.
And it comes with a sterling chain.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
It's this chain hangs kind of short, so
Looks like a 16-inch.
let's check it out. It's a 16-inch chain, so it only hangs 8 inches down.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be yay big on you. Oops, I'm getting my pearls out of the way. So it's going to hang right about there, which I think is a great, for a V-neck like this, it's falling right in the perfect spot where you want it to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one's an everything mix and match for sure.
Oh my gosh, it looks even more beautiful on. Well, I mean, as jewelry tends to do. And I love that curve on it.
Yeah.
It's just really interesting. It doesn't matter. I don't know if other people are like this, but when I wear jewelry, I wear it as much for other people as I do for myself. Like,
oh, yeah.
Because I can't really see what's on me, right? So I want it to be pleasing for other people that are seeing me.
That's funny to think about.
And
that's
actually,
that's the same thing with like clothing. Like anything you wear is mostly for other people.
It's pleasing when you see it from the side. It's interesting. When you see it from the side, it's just as interesting as from the front.
Mm-hmm.
I recently interviewed Carrie Atumbi. She's a Kiowa jewelry artist living in Santa Fe. I interviewed her for New Mexico Magazine, and she talked about how some people like in the Western culture will like put their jewelry away if they're going like hiking or something because they don't want to lose it or get messed up. And she says, I put it all on because it's my way of honoring the place that I'm at, the animals that are here, honoring
and if you
nature.
lose a piece, someone else finds it at some point. I've had so many people come up to me, like, I found this in the Sandias. Can you clean it up for me? I'm like,
well, that's cool.
You found this? It was amazing.
I love that idea though. of honoring your environment by wearing jewelry. And I even went over to my auntie's house just the other day after the farmer's market with my little one.
Mm-hmm.
And she was in her lounge, she calls it her lounge clothing, her
lounge jewelry.
her little sweatpants and stuff, and she had on her turquoise earrings. And I was like, man.
Yeah, my mom was at the farmer's
fun.
market and just like showed off all of her jewelry, and that's not well, like showed off her smaller pieces. She had like this big old Bisbee necklace on, and just like all the artists that would come up to us would just be commenting on it. I'm like, yeah, she just wears.
She's lucky she has a son for a jeweler.
She's the one that gave me the taste. Like, she's been collecting since I was born, and I've just been seeing all this beautiful jewelry as a kid.
Same.
This one's exciting.
Oh, I like these. I was just telling Marco before the show how I need to get more beads like this in my repertoire.
Yeah.
Because they're just so, I don't know, they just remind me of the elders in our communities always have their beads on.
So
And it's just such a way of, again, honoring where you come from, who you are, your connection to place. Because so much of this turquoise actually comes from our homelands.
So it has some shell on it at the top, I'm seeing too.
Oh yes, it does. It has a little bit of hishi right here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to figure out how to work this camera angle. So
I'll go
this
back to
one
the
is on
TV.
sale, also a really great price. Let me just set it right there. I'm gonna check my cheat sheet. $320 is the sale price on this.
Yeah, that's a ton of turquoise.
It is. It's very. It's not very heavy, but I mean, it's. You can tell
It's significant.
it's got some turquoise on it. It's gonna hang 14 inches, so it's 28 inches total. I'm gonna slip it on. That's the best way to see beads.
Oh yeah.
For sure. Oh, yeah, look at that.
So Linda, these ones are stabilized in some sort of way, but they're most likely as natural as like.
Right.
It's hard to tell with this kind
Well,
of beaded.
The way I
turquoise.
understand it is all turquoise is stabilized, and that just keeps like your body oils from turning
Yeah.
at different colors.
I've worked with unstabilized turquoise. Like I have a stone upstairs that's not stabilized, and it's so fragile. Like I'll
Mhm.
cut it, I'll
Yeah.
try to put it in inlay, and it just cracks.
Right. And if you're curious about learning more about that, Linda, we did a whole turquoise show about a month ago, and
Mhm.
Shep talked about what that actually means to be stabilized and how of a broad of a term that is, and it can mean a lot of different things. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad turquoise. You can have good turquoise and bad turquoise, and it can both be stabilized because it's a very broad term.
Yeah.
Hey, Sarah. Nice to see you tonight. Sarah's one of the reasons I became a poet.
Oh.
Yep. When I was young and impressionable. All right, so that's number 6.
This turquoise nugget or necklace. Look,
Yeah, nuggets. And I didn't really mention, but I think you all saw that it's got almost a little bit of a greenish color to it. This would, if you were looking to match, would look good with your Tyrone. Yeah. See. It has a very similar look. Oh, Marco's gonna zoom in for us.
Oh dang.
Yeah.
I know where my cameras look now. I don't even have to double check. I just
That's
popped
awesome.
it down. Yeah, that one will work with a lot of stuff.
All right, number 7. Oof. This was the first thing I tried on today. I really, really like it. All this beautiful white shell with the little nuggets of turquoise in between. We've got 4 strands.
This is number 7.
Yes. Sale price on this is $400. Worth every penny. This is all hand strung. Look at all that beautiful turquoise up there. And this, I wish we had a squash blossom down here because these beads that are this style look amazing.
With like a big squash.
Layered with a squash blossom. That's usually how we wear it when we get dressed up. Which is why I need more of these in my life so I can start layering. Instead of just talking about it, I want to actually do it.
Hey, you got time. You work at this jewelry store. Takes time to build up your collection.
Shoot, I've been building my collection since I was a baby.
Oh wow.
How
Those
pretty
turquoise
is that?
nuggets are gorgeous.
And the shell. I'm really about the shell.
I didn't
And then
even see
just
the
how it
turquoise
looks
nugget at the
together.
top. My lord.
It's bit deeper color turquoise than what you're seeing on the screen.
Gosh.
It feels amazing in your hands too. It's just like, you know, when you're in the ocean, by the ocean, and you're picking shells,
Mm-hmm.
and
It also
everything
looks like
just
a white coral, yeah.
feels so good in your hands. It's kind of like that.
I'm seeing parts of it. I have a feeling like it would be white coral.
Is that a thing?
Well, like with farmed coral, or like because like with newer coral, you can get like more white or like apple color
Huh.
rather than that deep ox
I
white.
didn't know that. It does have little shapes like coral.
Yeah,
They almost look like little teeth.
could be.
They're
cute.
not teeth, but they all have a different shape to them, which is very cute.
Oh my gosh! So funny thing about being a jeweler, if you are a young jeweler, you'll still have a lot of your friends that get their wisdom teeth out, and they want. I've had so many people come up to me asking me to make them jewelry with their wisdom teeth.
Funny you should mention that, Marco.
Oh no!
I'll get to that in a second. This is number 8. And it is on sale for $300. Look at that beautiful, beautiful green turquoise stone.
Now that's Royston.
This one was made right here, and right here on the farm,
Right here on the T.Skies farm.
T.Skies farm. I love the stamp work around it. This is gorgeous, and it's got a big bail, so you can stick it through your beads. It probably would even fit through the ones I'm wearing. Actually, I'm gonna try that while I tell you my teeth story. So my husband is a master at thinking up the most meaningful presents. And so I was like, I gotta come up with something real good for Christmas this year. I'm gonna win. And around that time, I can't believe it fits on these beads, but it does.
That's
These are some
so
big
old.
pearls. Oh, awesome. Congratulations, Kathy. I think I'm missing some drums for people. So around that time, my stepdaughters both lost baby teeth, their molars, and they were such beautiful, they just looked like pieces of ivory. And so I had them turned into pendants for my husband for Christmas. And I thought it was the most amazing thing. And the whole family was like,
What is this witch stuff you're doing?
congratulations. In fact, one of my stepdaughters asked me if I was a serial killer. So I'm not sure I won
Makes sense.
Christmas this year, but
But did your hubby like it though?
He would never say that he didn't. I finally got
Or
him.
could you tell if he liked it?
I don't think he just quite knew what to make of it. They are now hanging, so they have their initials on each pendant. It's like a silver with a tooth, and it has their first letter of their name.
Oh my
So it's
gosh.
hanging from his rear view mirror.
Oh, from the mirror?
Because the chain it came on was a little too short to actually for him to wear it. But yeah, well, funny you mentioned teeth jewelry.
I've actually commissioned some.
Okay, where are we at?
Number 9.
He's watching.
Oh my gosh.
Now I'm gonna blush.
And you just tell all the stories about you and your hubby. Make him blush right back.
Number 9.
Ooh la la.
This is I know the word, and it's not la pisada. Repoussé.
Yeah, there's some repoussé in this.
This
but
is
it's
the
a lot of-
repoussé, right?
So actually, that might be applique. So if you look at the
Oh,
other side,
yes.
is there a bump through the other side where that area is?
No, it's soldered on top.
So yeah, that is what's called applique. So you'll make repoussé pieces, and then you'll solder them onto another piece. So
Yep.
This is some deep, deep stamp work.
Yeah,
you can
that's
see.
wild. And the precision it takes to get all of that deep and that what's the word I'm looking for? Where one stamp isn't off kilter. It's so exact.
Yeah, they're just aligned perfectly.
Yes, Sue, we are still selling. We're about in the middle of it. So this baby is probably about 6.5 or a 7. Let's give it a measure.
And also, is there an artist mark on it?
Maloney.
Ooh.
It's a Danette piece. 5 inches by 1.5. It's a 6.5. Oh, I called it. I'm getting good at this.
Yeah.
And look at that sweet little stone.
Some beautiful Sleeping Beauty. And you can just see that by like the uniformity of it. And it has like that more light blue look.
Do you know millimeters your Navajo Pearls?
I think those ones are 1 inch or 3/4 of an inch 'Cause I think those are some
And
that
so
my mom.
let me finish this one. I can't multitask. My little brain can't handle it. So the sale price on this beauty is $5.20. I'm really into stamp work because I like the contrast that it creates. However, there's like the dark and then the shiny silver. I think it's the coolest.
This is number 9?
Yes.
Okay.
It also reminds me of leather work, stamped
Right.
leather work, which my dad and my uncle did when I was little.
Gosh, I love the turquoise.
I'm gonna
on
leave
that.
this here for you to admire and figure out what size these beads are.
I think those are 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch.
Yeah, 1/2 inch.
Those are made by the Navajo Cowboy as well.
Yes, we should talk about these. They are 20 inches long. You can put this info up there if
Yeah.
you want, Marco. So they're 1/2 inch, 20 inches long. They're $800 before the sale. If you want to figure out what that would be.
Let me check the rest of this.
Who was asking?
It was Marilyn.
Brenda.
Brenda.
It was Brenda.
Brenda. Oh.
Brenda. These are 1/2 inch in diameter and they are 20 inches long. And they are completely handcrafted by Vanita Cowboy. Which means that these are,
She does every single part of it.
yeah, she does every single part of it. They are genuine, bona fide, 100%
Let's see.
Navajo Pearls.
I'll be looking that up right now.
Marco's figuring out what the sale price is. I'm going to show you what this pendant looks on it.
So those are 12.7 millimeters.
Oops. Look how great that looks.
Good lord.
Yes. We also have Navajo Pearls on our website.
Mm-hmm. Those are 20 inches long?
Yes. And the price on the ones on our website will be less than these because these took a whole lot more craftsmanship and time. Every piece of them was handcrafted. Okay.
Yeah. So those will
Alright.
be $640 after sale price.
$640 is the sale price on these babies.
If you come in store, we only offer the sale price on the live, so
Yeah, if
you
you
guys
come
are
into the
lucky.
store, they'll be $800. So the live is the time to get it. And so we just looked at this one. This was number 8.
Number 9.
Oh, no, we sold number 8. This is number 9. And we have all the details up there on this one. It's 520, size 6.5. The artist is Maloney. It's Navajo.
Mm-hmm.
Looks gorgeous.
Just love the stone. Oh,
Oh, that stamp work. Number 10. Oh, this is a sweetheart. This little cutie looks vintage for
Oh.
sure.
Fred Harvey era. You can tell.
You
by-
think?
Yeah, we've had those upstairs. So that patina, and then just the petite and thinness of it, that really depicts that Fred Harvey era.
It must be old because the sale price on this, like collector's item old,
Yeah.
the sale price is $600. Which might be a little shocking for the size of it, but let me tell you about what Harvey era means. So Fred Harvey created these boarding house type hotels along the railroad, several of which were here in New Mexico, 2 of which still exist. There's one in Las Lunas and one in Santa Fe. The La Fonda Hotel in Santa Fe was a Harvey house.
Wow,
They were
I
called
didn't know
Harvey
that.
houses.
I love
Mhm.
La Fonda.
Yep.
Shoot.
And the one in Las Lunas is the Harvey House Museum. And what I find the most interesting about the Harvey House story is that it was the first time that, I guess, luxury boarding or luxury hotels became a concept.
In the West or in general?
Just in kind of in general.
In the
Definitely on the
States?
West, yeah. Definitely in the West. And so women in that era whose only choices were really to become maybe a secretary or to stay at home and be a mama and a wife, which is totally fine, but when that's the only option, right? And so Fred Harvey recruited women to come work in his Harvey houses, and they had to really have like the hospitality that they had to provide was top notch, and it had never been done that way before. And so these women got to leave home by themselves and go on these grand adventures out west, the Wild West, and work in these Harvey houses where they were trained, they were trained and they lived there. And it kind of was sort of like a feminist movement that nobody realized until much later.
Yes. And Sistine is asking, are they originally made a long time ago, so they're considered vintage and antique? So
I would consider these antique.
Yeah, these are more than vintage. These are like the high-end vintage.
Do a quick Google of the Harvey houses. I feel like it's 18.
So Fred Harvey era is from like 1880 to 1940s.
Okay, that's what I was going to say, 1800s to the 40s, yeah.
So this is made anywhere. Usually, they sometimes will be stamped with coin silver. So a lot of these were actually made from when currency was still silver and like gold a lot of the times. So they'd melt down coin silver and make it into jewelry. So these are like handmade. So they would melt down billets. They'd roll out the sheet by hand, hammer it out, forge it all, and they're still intact to this day. A lot of them will have like greener turquoise, but this one has a beautiful like blue turquoise.
Yeah.
Which is a definite like hard find. So this is just
they
a
are
one
hard
of a
to
kind
find.
piece right here. And they're usually smaller because humans were smaller in the early
inches.
1900s.
This one's is a size 6. I have a couple of Harvey cuffs that they're matching styles, but they have different stamp work on them. Oh my god, they treasure them.
Yeah,
I find them buried under some mail on my auntie's like kitchen table, and I was like, "Can I borrow these?" She was like, "Oh yeah." So they're borrowed like permanently. They're on permanent borrow.
We've even had some pieces come in where they're like tags, like almost like little dog tags, or like small little silver tags. The Fred Harvey era.
Wow.
And the only thing I've seen Fred Harvey era is mostly bracelets. Like you can't really find like rings that often because everyone just holds on to them.
There are people that really collect Harvey era stuff. So
Patrick, one of our longtime viewers, who probably isn't watching today because I think he's just been a busy guy, but he's a big collector. And I think some of our newer people too, who had watched for a while, could like just pulled the trigger and started their collection off right.
It just fascinates me, those pivotal moments in history, for better or for worse, how they changed the world. Because I'm sure that those the railroad changed so much for Native people.
And
that's when we
Mexico.
started making jewelry and pottery as a means like for market, because there became a market for it. I was just writing about that just today on a story I'm working on how it became a livelihood because of the railroads. Yeah,
Fred Harvey really just created that jewelry livelihood for Native artists. And moving on to this, oh my goodness.
This one is incredible!
Look at that coral.
Look at this. Yes, the coral, but can we talk about this incredible piece of... This is turquoise, like, right? Or is it some sneaky stone?
It looks like it could be azurite.
I don't think it's that. No, it's not.
It's got to be like a very polished, like, can't even...
It's turquoise that goes from like a sea green up into almost an emerald green.
It could be Royston, it could be Sonoran gold, but lovely. It's
breathtaking.
I'm just extra.
I can't even handle the stone. It's so amazing. This beauty.
Is there a mark on it?
Was made by T. John.
Okay.
Navajo silversmith.
T. John's on before.
And I think it's probably about a 6 to 6.5. I will measure it here in a second. It's retailing for $1,000. You lucky duckies get it for $800.
Oh my gosh.
This will qualify for our layaway program. 4 easy payments, and she's yours. This is a stunning piece of jewelry. Look at that stamp work. The more I learn about what all is involved with stamping, the more respect I have for it. Because it's almost like it's printed out on a computer. It's so perfect.
Right? Yeah.
And there's no backsies if you mess up a stamp.
Right? No, I've had to like have Devin fix my stamp work sometimes, and it's like we have to fill it with solder or just start over, Oh,
this is bigger than I thought. This is probably a 7, 6. Yep, this is a size 7. Fill it with solder. Yeah, it seems like a whole pain in the neck to fix it.
And
then the scalloped top too. That's all hand cut out. Amazing, just amazing.
Lord, what a wonderful piece.
The design on it almost reminds me of a rug pattern.
Yeah, those triangular stamps are the ones that always get me in pieces like this because they make a pattern that gives you a pattern of the negative space outside of the stamps.
Yes, I'm rewriting our product descriptions for the website, and for our Skyweaver collection, I was just talking about negative space because that's what makes the stamp work so beautiful.
Yeah.
It's that negative space.
Once you see that negative work make its own design, like a lot of people do alternating triangles, and you just see perfect like negative space triangles. It just shows you how good these stamp artists are.
Somebody should do some stamp work of an MC Escher. See how good you really are.
Oh, jeez. How? We'll
I
figure it out.
think of ways to torture jewelry artists. I'm just going to linger there for a minute because that stone. Go back to this camera. I think this one showed it just a little better. Yeah, look at that.
Gosh, it almost looks like a fiery egg. Like an egg with some like embers inside of it. I want to eat it. It just looks like candy to me.
I want to get lost in it. It's like a nebula.
And it's so perfect. Yeah, that's a good description of it. A nebula and lost in space right there.
You can get lost looking at this stone.
Oh gosh. Can we zoom in on this camera?
I'm pretty sure that this is a wizard stone.
This is some alchemy right here. Oh yeah. It's perfectly polished.
Let me turn off this light so we can get rid of this glare. Nope, that didn't turn it off. No, turn it off. Turn it off. Okay, sorry guys. We're having a light show apparently. Okay.
Empress. Oh my gosh. It's gorgeous. So pretty. I want a piece like this someday.
Me too. You and me both.
Oh, there's even that stamp work underneath the coral as well. I'm just noticing.
I like how you're working those cameras.
Oh yeah.
Work it, work it.
Work it, girl.
Beautiful. I like just watching it up there enlarged too. Cause
I know, I get like two different views.
you can
of
almost
it.
like you see more, like you used to see it more. Gives you a whole new appreciation for the design. So that was 11. Ooh, 12 is beautiful as well.
Almost coming to a conclusion, y'all.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Some Kingman Turquoise, most likely on this one. Who's the maker? R. Tom. We had a T. John and now we have an R. Tom. I believe that's I believe R. Tom is Navajo. The sale price on this is $5.60. Let's give it a measure. 5. It's a hair over 6 inches. Look at the detailing in that stamp work on this one as well. A whole different style, but no
And
less
this is more
beautiful.
of that applique.
Yes.
I really like it. It's almost like an overlay, but it's just really deep stamps in their applique pieces.
It's cool how on this style, instead of doing a repeating pattern, it's more of like,
It's like a mandala.
it's like one design. Yeah, it's just,
What always interests me about these applique pieces on cuffs like this is that they form the applique so it's like concave in 2 directions.
oh wow.
So they have to do it in like the direction like that as well as the cuff wrist direction.
Oh yeah, you're totally right about that. That's gotta not be easy.
Yeah, and this looks like an older piece too. This could probably be like late 80s. At the youngest.
It's got that style with the little swirl and those, I don't know what you call these little scallops on the side.
Yeah,
That definitely remind me of 70s and the 80s style.
Some
jewelries.
wire work on it.
Looks great on.
Got some peyote buttons. Oh,
And that
much talent.
stamp work right here on the edge. I actually thought that was wire at first, but
Is
it's
it
a
not?
stamp work. No, it's
Oh
stamp.
wow.
It's a stamping right along the edge there. If you go back to this camera, I can show you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I totally thought that would be an extra, like, bead wire on the center, but that's just really interesting stamps.
Teeny tiny. Where are you at, my focus? No, no, no. Do I have it too close? Maybe I
Yeah.
have it too close. There it is.
Wow. So it's a split 3 shank in the center.
That's how it looks on the back.
Our Tom.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous.
All right, Tom. Back over here to your number 12. And last but certainly not least, number 13, another vintage piece. Very unusual, and the stone definitely looks like you were talking about an egg earlier. Well, this one really looks like an egg.
Gosh. This looks like Cripple Creek almost. But I think it's just a vintage stone.
I think so. It looks speckled like a little egg, though.
Like where you get like the little cracks in it.
Mm-hmm.
Some more of that wire work, those little infinity symbols.
And the stamping on the shank.
This is super vintage. That's a really nice natural patina on it. 11 sold to Kathy.
Congratulations, Kathy! Oh, is that our oh, yes.
For 11.
This one is on sale for $5.20. Enjoy that one. I'm going to give Kathy a little drum beat.
Number 11. Oh, is that? Oh my gosh.
She got it.
I was like,
She got
which one was
it.
that?
I'm so excited that that's found its home. That stone is too much. And our little cutie robin's egg over here.
Is there a maker's mark on it?
There is YTH, perhaps? Let's show you.
Oh yeah, that's more of the symbol one. I think it's YTH, yeah.
It's been worn off a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
This is really cool, just for the history behind it. I don't know what that history is, but you know it's there. You can just tell. And look how far that stone pops out, too.
Humongous. Oh my lord.
Yes, Kathy.
Definitely Navajo design right there.
All right.
What was the size on that one right there?
Oh, yes, the size.
It was 520.
6. It is a size 7. This would work for a fella.
Mm-hmm.
Got that Father's Day coming up. Hey, hey.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's go back through it.
Yes, ma'am.
Before I do, does anyone want me to jump places and show you something that we maybe showed earlier in the show that you want to see now?
Yes, does anyone want to confuse me and Unchi?
If not, we will go to number 2. This little Eddie not little, big. This big Eddie Sakitero ring.
It was a size 7?
8. This one is a size 8. Kingman Turquoise, number 2. All really like that stone. But as everyone knows, I love Kingman. It's no secret. And then I was excited to be introduced to this Kingman. Looks a little different to me than other Kingman I've seen. So it was fun to get to see a different
Well, the Kingman mine
style.
is huge.
Yeah,
so.
of course. I mean, I was just saying on one of our last shows that turquoise and stones are like people. No two are alike.
Mm-hmm.
So this is item 3.
Mm-hmm.
On sale for $340. Got some great little rope wire here. Some bead work. Bead shot, rather. This is also an Eddie Sakitero original.
Anna's right. Beautiful's always.
Did we get the size on this? It's a 6.
I think it's a size 6
It
or
is.
6.5.
It's a 6. Alright, number 4, Adam Fierro.
This
This
one is
got a little
6.
heavier, it's just a little bit heavier. It's got this gigantic stone on it. Got thick wire there going around the center, double shanks around it. This was, I believe, a size 6 as well. On sale for $480. I'm just gonna let you admire that stone for a minute.
Oh yeah. Even like the profile of it. Oh,
Yeah, look
so
at it.
big and
Boom.
tall.
Shazam. Turquoise Tuesday, 20% off. Number 4. Number 5, one of my favorites of the show. This stunning, stunning overlay. This is, when they talk about wearable art, boy, this is it.
Gosh.
And look at that dimension there.
There's so many stones in this. This is like an everything mosaic piece. I think
Yes.
there's probably like, I don't even want to count, but there's definitely like 12 different stones in this.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Another
7,
turquoise spiny with 2
8,
different colors.
9, 10,
Some
11,
lattice.
12, 13.
Gosh, yeah, some jet. Oh my lord! And then even the backing is that white shell.
I love the curve of it. Love that.
And I think that's usually curved is because like that backing. That's the natural curve to it.
Yeah.
So a lot of the pieces that are overlay or inlay pieces like this
Have to be shaped to it.
Mhm.
Shaped to fit it. Imagine getting that just perfect where it lays flat on here. My goodness.
Mm.
Oh, so pretty. And this even has different patterning there on the side of the little bubble. This might be smaller than some of the other pieces, but it's definitely, in my mind, one of the stars of the show.
Mm-hmm. I think it's the deal of the day. It's only $280.
Oh yeah, definitely the deal of the day. Can't even believe that price. Dang. Alright, number 6. We got our power beads ready to go. Actually, I'm just going to put them on. I think this shows them better. Some beautiful turquoise stones. What am I looking for? Nuggets?
Yeah.
Nuggets. That's what I'm
Nugget
looking for.
turquoise.
Nugget turquoise.
I love those. Oh my gosh. With some
That's
nice
a-
white heishi as well at the
Yep,
top.
up at the top here, a little bit of heishi.
And it's on
right here.
a twined type of
That's kind of the traditional way.
mhm.
Got all sorts of different things going on in here too. There's a really blue stone there. This one has a lot of black from the mother stone. That one's got more green. That one almost looks like Kingman.
Yeah, I think the 3 strands have they've gone different colors themes with each strand. Like one strand is mostly blue.
That's a great observation. Yes, look at that.
One of them is the center one is a green, and then the other
Mhm.
last one mostly has some mother stone in it.
Yeah, haha. Well, let's do a close up. That was a great observation. Very on point with that one. Let me show you close up what Marco is talking about. 3 different strands. They have different color or different what am I looking for?
Color themes
Color
along them.
themes. So this
One
one's
of those is
kind of
worse than
blue.
I'm seeing already.
This one's got some greens. And then this one here has a lot of black in it from the mother stone, which of course is my favorite because that's my favorite color.
Mm-hmm. I love the ones that look like they're... I love the black and the turquoise together. Oh my gosh.
This looks old. I don't know the story on this one.
Looks like a traditional piece too.
Yeah. It might just look old because these are, you know, timeless stones that
Yeah.
when they're kind of in their natural
When they get bumped
state like
together,
this,
they get a little worn a little bit more because the turquoise is just up against your skin and against each other. Gosh.
beautiful. So that is 6. Now we're going to show you 7. Loving the white shell in this.
5 strand, right?
1, 2,
4
4.
strand.
4 strands. Love the way that the turquoise and the white shell are working together. Beautiful, beautiful shade of turquoise up here. But my favorite is shell,
Mm-hmm.
which is almost like coral. It has
It looks like a white coral.
those
but
points and different shapes and structures just like coral.
I'll have to ask Chef when we go back upstairs. I feel like that is white coral.
Sale
Really
price is
interesting.
$400.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely qualifies for our layaway. I love it. This is one of my favorite pieces today. Just on a personal, like something that I would wear. It was the first thing I put on and tried on when we were setting up today. I'm just gonna leave it on because it looks better on.
Oh yeah.
Let's move on to where we're number 9.
Number 9.
The applique and stamp work. Love this one.
Really thick.
So much detail. There's a lot of story happening in this one. Look at all that.
Well, there's Rita. Hello. Gosh, that Sleeping Beauty though. It's a big chunk.
Mm-hmm.
I like how you can always tell when a stone is hand cut just because it's not perfectly symmetrical. Like there's just little pieces to it.
Mm-hmm. And I always just find it amazing how it doesn't matter what shape the stone is, they create a bezel to fit it and just make it look like they planned it that way. Which I think usually the artists do plan it that way.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of grilling Eddie about that on do you get the stone to fit the jewelry or do you get the jewelry to fit the stone?
What did he say?
You get the jewelry to fit the stone.
Yeah, that's usually what it is. Even with engagement rings, a lot of artists will find the stone and
Yeah.
then work around it.
And I'm such a rock hound. I love stones, so it just excites me to see other people using jewelry to celebrate stones, which I mean is pretty obvious, but I guess I just never thought of it that way until recently.
Yeah.
Hey Christy, we still have lots of things for sale. We'll do a wide shot of the table with the numbers. If you see something that you'd like to purchase, just say sold with the item number. If you'd like to see it close up, let us know. We can do that for you as well.
So number 10, our Fred Harvey era.
Yes. So Christy, this is everything we have so far. If something is speaking to you, let me know. I can put it in our close up. All you have to do to claim a piece is give us the item number and say sold. And then we just need your email address to invoice you, and it's yours. We also have a layaway program. If something is over $250, you can make payments on it, 4 payments. So just ask about that. This is our antique, our historic, our learning. We had a learning moment with this one.
Oh, yeah, we had a little chat, a little lecture.
Mm-hmm. Learned about Fred Harvey and the Harvey house and the Harvey girls.
If you're a collector, perfect collection piece to start it off, or to top it off, or just to throw in the middle of your collection.
It's small and delicate, but it has such a big story behind it. Such a big story. And anybody that knows jewelry is going to recognize that right away, that it's different, that there's something to talk about there. And then it's just cool to know that you own something that existed back then and that was a part of that time in American history.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a history buff, so I love that sort of thing.
I try to be, but I'm terrible with dates, so.
Yeah, I'm not good with dates either, but I remember the narrative.
Oh yeah.
The dates I just leave that up to Google.
Right? That's why we have it. Beautiful turquoise in it too.
Very cool. This definitely is going to be a one of a kind.
Mm-hmm.
And so anybody that's just joining us, the Harvey era was from, I think we said 1880 to 1940.
Yeah. Antiques.
Oof. Beautiful, this one. I love how it's framed. That what did you call it? Applique?
Yeah, there's applique on it. Some really deep stamp work too.
That's funny, applique, because I think of that in terms of clothing. Like, you can put appliques on clothing.
What?
Yeah. It's
I've never
basically
heard
the
that.
same thing. It's almost like a little patch.
Okay, so applique patches like the iron-on ones?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I gotcha.
This one we suspect to be on the vintage side. 1980s maybe. Has some of that style that was in vogue in the 70s and 80s. The artist on this one is R. Tom. We said this was a size 7.
Mm-hmm.
Let me recap. Six and a half. I think it goes that way. 6.5. Kingman Turquoise. And lastly, we have our funky little vintage piece of the day, all full of personality. A super cool stone in the middle. Maybe this camera's not doing it justice. It really has a lot of character and personality. It's blue-green.
Yeah, a little robin's egg.
Yeah, it looks just
to
like
it.
a robin's egg. Look how it stands out.
Oh yeah. Just pops off. It's got that black mother stone in it. Gorgeous.
This one I think we said was a 7. It's a little
Yeah.
bit bigger on me than the other stuff. It's just cool though. It's cool. It's funky. And it has that maker's mark in it as well. Which they didn't do a lot of the maker's mark, the hallmarks before the 70s. So I'm guessing this is probably a circa 1970s.
Gosh, I just love the patina on it. It's just so old.
It's great. Let me scooch these a little closer together, give everybody a second to look at everything. If there's something somebody would like to see, just let us know. We'll hang out here for a minute. This one can go. What?
That's
Oh, I'm wearing. Should leave that off. I lost a piece of jewelry. Oh, I'm such a dingbat sometimes. Okay. Can it adjust a bit smaller? Yeah. This one, Christy?
Number 13?
Number 13? Let me measure it out for you. Did I measure it? It was a 7, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it can squeeze down to probably a 6.5. Real easy.
What's the gap size on it?
It was a touch over an inch. An inch and a quarter.
Oh yeah. 6.5, 6.25. There we go. It's like
Yeah, I know. So we would just hammer it down a little bit for you so it would fit you better if you needed it. A 6.5, definitely can do that.
Go up to like 7.25 too. The type of turquoise, it's a vintage turquoise. I believe it's probably like a. It almost looks like a Cripple Creek, but I don't know. It's just super
I think it's
vintage.
just an old funky turquoise stone that somebody found and turned into a piece of jewelry. It's let me zoom in on it over here.
Yeah, move it back a little bit. It could be like an older Royston with that green, but I'm thinking Cripple Creek.
It's really hard to guess on turquoise, Christy, especially in vintage pieces, because there's no way of knowing where they got the stone, what happened. We make educated guesses, but it's very, very hard to say for sure.
Price on
Okay.
12.
Let me
is-
go to, where are we, the Turquoise Strands?
Yeah.
And again, anything over $250 or any combined purchase over $250 qualifies for layaway. That does make things a bit more price approachable for folks. If you see something that you really, really love, we want to be able to give you a way to have it. Let me fix the focus on this.
Christy sold on number 13.
Oh, fantastic. I'm so glad that one found a home.
Gotcha.
Here are our strands of turquoise. I'm going to leave it here for you to admire for a moment. And I will tell you the price on 12. Let me zoom out and get it together over here. Okay. All right. Congratulations, Christy. I'm really excited that you're taking home this vintage piece. It's a good one. And then 12, the price on 12 is $560, which is this one here. Our strands of turquoise up here. Just start layering them on. Here we go. Show you how we really do it around here.
Oh yeah, the pearls,
Around
the
here at
turquoise,
T.Skies.
the shell.
Boom. I look like a real rich Navajo now. All my sheep.
Rich in spirit.
All right, what else can I show you guys or talk to you about?
I think we're good.
Boom, boom, boom,
Just
boom.
a reminder, all of these pieces will still be on sale for the next 24 hours, and you're more than welcome to call us or email us about a specific piece.
If you see something you want, but where the show has stopped, just give us a call, 505-862-9443. But if we're closed and you get the voicemail, just send us an email, hello@tskies.com, or shoot us a direct message. All of our communiques collect into one program, which we are able to go through, so we respond real quick to all that.
And for the turquoise strands, I assume that it's just a throw over, that there is no clasp to
It's
it.
just, so on these beads, that you see these strands of beads of this style that are on these cords, this is how it was done, since as long back as I can remember, that I know about. And that was before there were things like clasps, so it's just tied, and it's tied very securely.
Number 2, Kathy, is not adjustable.
No, it is not. It's a size 8. What is Devin saying?
Looks like your cartoon where they put on all the chains and then you just fall over from the weight.
It's kind of how it feels. It's getting heavy. All right, what else we got up there?
I think that's all of them. Well,
Victoria, did we answer your question about these and how they're strung? It's the traditional way of doing it. It's pretty secure. I know it maybe doesn't seem like it because there is no metal clasp, but I can assure you, the beads that I have like this at home, I've never had a problem with them.
And I've had metal clasps fail on me before.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we're gonna say goodbye. We will be back on Thursday. Let's tell you what's happening this week. Thursday we're doing a vintage ring show.
Ooh.
All rings, all vintage, all 20% off, and that's happening at 5:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. And then on Friday we've got our usual showstoppers and power pieces. That's where we show some bigger museum quality stuff from our gallery upstairs. And then on Saturday at 3:30 we will have Rick Monty on here and Shep hanging out, and all of that jewelry, the prices are set by the artist. It's all for the artist. We just facilitate the sales because we have you as an audience. We've built the audience, so we share that with our artist friends.
And they help us out by donating a piece to our Kita Scholarship Program.
That's right. All the artists we have on our show donate a piece of their jewelry to we have a nonprofit branch, T.Skies Jewelers Co-op, tskiescoop.com, and that provides a scholarship to students getting the bench jewelry program at our community college, CNM. So we raffle off some of the donations and use that money, and also to pay for our paid interns that we
And
have.
now we'll be having an intern this summer from CNM.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. So many creatives here. It's a fun environment. So thank you for allowing us to continue providing that environment to these young jewelers and these scholars and old ladies like me. And with that, we'll see you all on Thursday.